What's up, guys? Coach Mandler here, Team Swole Patrol. Hey, for all you guys out there that have been asking, begging, pleading, clamoring, jonesing for more strongman tips and routines, I got you covered today because today's Flex Friday is going to be 100% dedicated to the overhead press. Now, before I get to the actual routine, I want to drop a couple quick tips on you. 3 quick tips that have worked wonders on my ability to up my overhead max, and ones that I think will have the same effect on yours. I'll be real quick with it, not go into too great a detail. Number 1, work on increasing upper back strength and core stability. One of the things you'll see in my routine today is that I've got a whole sequence before I get into the actual lifting that focuses on increasing core strength and upper back strength. So pretty much everything stabilizing your overhead press, everything that's in and around the shoulders, the scapula. Number 2 is going to be, don't just work on increasing your max effort work, but because it is strongman, work on some time under tension. Just, getting some good repetition work in there as well. At the end of the day, strongman isn't just about a 1-rep max. It's also about increasing how much force you can administer to an implement over a prolonged period of time. So, hit both max effort and repetitive effort work. And make sure you do the max effort work before the repetitive effort work. Just an energy system thing. And the third thing I'll tell you is obviously work on the weak points. When it comes to overhead strength, it's typically going to be 100% about increasing upper back strength and increasing the time under tension that you're placing on the long head of your triceps. So work on those 3 things, and I can guarantee you, if you program correctly with those in mind, you will start to see your numbers go up big time. So without further ado, let's get on to today's Flex Friday routine. Enjoy the overhead work, throw it in. I can guarantee you it will have tremendous impacts on your skills with strongman. All right, as I mentioned before, core training is something very important when it comes to properly doing any type of strongman training, okay? When it comes to strongman, you're talking about a discipline that will put your spine in a pretty compromising position given the overwhelming weights that you have to lift in the in any overhead press, any loading, or any carrying based event. And to better insulate your spine and to handle and stabilize your spine with all those loads, it's great to throw in a sequence of core training in the beginning of your workout regimen. That's why I love kind of these more athletic based, more performance enhancing core type exercises like you see me doing right here. All the anti-rotation work, all the anti-lateral flexion work. You can throw in some simple posterior work as well as some anti-extension work. All of it's going to do a great job of better insulating that spine, preventing you from being put in a situation where the muscles supporting that spine kind of fail on you, okay? A lot of the strongman exercises are very anterior dominant as well as posterior dominant, so you have to make sure everything is in place. Everything is supporting that spine, that bridge between your trunk and your torso. And if not only will you see a massive power dip, but you're also going to put yourself in a position for major injury. That's no good, okay? So after that core sequence, just doing some speed work, okay? Just a simple push-up and med ball complex here. Doing that overhead complex, the overhead med ball toss. The reason I'm doing that is because it's going to mimic the same movement pattern and get my body used to moving fast and explosively with an overhead movement, which is going to be the core lift of the day. All right, what we're doing here is just a 1-rep max for the strict press. When it comes to overhead press for me and strongman, I was never
one to have a low power output, but my limiting factor was always maximal strength. So I always responded best to focusing on my strict press primarily, and whenever I focused primarily on that instead of just always doing a push press or always doing a jerk, I noticed my press went up tremendously. If you're the other way around, stick with doing some speed work as well as just strict press, because I can guarantee you whichever one is your weakness is the one that, if you train, will help you see a bigger 1 rep max when it comes down to competition time. And obviously, because strongman isn't just about how much you can put overhead, but how many times you can do it at times in competition, you got to do some repetitive work after that max effort work. That's how you kind of get 2 for the price of 1. That's why I always do 1 rep max work and then a percentage of that for maybe 1 set to increase my work capacity and make it to where, if a competition does have a more repetitive based event, I'm going to be able to handle that just as well. So matching up that maximal strength from the 1 rep max with the more repetitive base is a great way to hit it from both sides and be covered and prepared for whatever the competition might throw your way. And after that, it's clearly just going to be a matter of figuring out what your weak points are and addressing them. That's why for those floor press, we're doing that to work the long head of the triceps to increase our lockout strength, and these cheat rows, they're going to increase upper back strength, as well as if you face any stones, it's going to be something that's kind of along the same movement pattern, and definitely something that will help you with that. And after I do more of the heavy supplemental work, it's just going to be increasing that work capacity for me. One of the things I always did well with in competition was just making sure that I had the juice to last the entire competition. There's a lot of guys that always were stronger than me and just as explosive, if not more, that I would routinely finish ahead of. And that was mainly because, although they were cock strong in the maximal strength department, they just lacked the stamina and that strength, power, and speed endurance to make it through to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th event of the day. They just basically crap out on me. And that's when the guys with the work capacity and that power, strength, and speed endurance can make up points. So things like this that will work on my work capacity and do so in a manner that trains the weak points in my core lift, that's how you can make things up. And whenever you're training strongman, I always like to finish up with some type of grip event. When we're talking about grip, there's crushing, pinching, and sustaining grip. What we have here is a combination of pinch and sustaining, which will dramatically improve both your farmer's walk and axle deadlift.
Hey guys, if you dig today's strongman-based Flex Friday routine, do me a solid, hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're trying to figure out better ways to increase maximal strength in your Olympic lifting, your powerlifting, and your strongman, then pick up a free copy of the top 21 lifting hacks of the pros that I put together for you by clicking on this button right here or going to the description area of the video right now and clicking on the first link that you see. When you do that, I'll take you to another page which breaks down a lot of kick-ass modules that I put together from a compilation of coaching that I've received from Olympic lifters, professional strongman competitors, and power lifters that have definitely helped myself out and all of my clients. Completely free of charge. So if you want that, pick it up by clicking right here or go into the description area and click on the first link that you see. Like I said, completely free, completely kick-ass. Pick it up. It's definitely worth it. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. Mandler out.